the city was once known for music, style, ambition, and automobiles. And I should know, I'm Carlos King, baby, and it's where I was born and raised. But then, before we knew it, the hard times came, and people started to think of Detroit in a very negative light.
Baby, that was Carlos. Oh, I love it. The tea, the drama. Well, now Detroit is emerging. This is Love and Marriage Detroit. It's a television show that producer Carlos King has now been shining a spotlight on because he's from here. I am so excited about this. Carlos, sir, I got some questions for you.
Well, I have some answers for you then.
Hi, beautiful. Okay, so let's start with this. We have heard you ask the cast. I've seen some of your podcasts. What have you learned about Black love through these three installments of this one franchise? I want to know what you've learned.
When it comes to Black love, I love that every marriage is operated differently and that at the end of the day, both parties want to be heard and they want to be able to express themselves. And last but not least, I heard that every marriage is different and they operate based on what works for them. So I can have an opinion, you can have an opinion, Liz. At the end of the day, that household, whatever works for them, you got to support.
You know, what I've learned, too, is, like, let everybody stay in their house. You know, stepping out your house into somebody else's house doesn't always seem to be the best answer. And also, I think, you know, people say comparison is really the root of evil. Do you feel that as you've been watching your couples, not just here in Detroit, but Huntsville and D.C., do you feel like that concept has seemed to be true for a lot of people? Let's just focus on us.
Absolutely. I think, you know, when it comes to relationships, it's important that the husband and the wife don't allow other people to interfere in their marriage. Now, I know that's easier said than done. And on Love and Marriage Huntsville, D.C., and now Detroit, that's not always the case, but it makes for compelling television and conversation.
We got to get into that part, sir, because, you know, he is the king now. He is the king, Carlos King. God knew what he was doing when he named you. I'll say that. So did your mom and dad. But what was your process, being that you're from Detroit? You know, when you were casting, did you have like a different approach because you know this city? I don't know if you knew any of the couples prior to this, but I'm curious as a creator and a producer, did you have a different strategy this time?
I look for star talent. I look for people who are able to give their authentic selves. And when it came to the three couples who star on Love and Marriage Detroit, they all understood that assignment. You know, when you have Brandon Smith and Anthony Thompson, who are both born and raised in Detroit, I knew that I was onto something special, not only because of that agenda, in addition to their rich history of friendship, and they happen to have beautiful wives who are also very interesting. And then you have Russell and Colby, who also fit the bill. So my process and what made Huntsville and D.C. successful, I followed the same path with Detroit, and I wanted to make sure that we have people who were really born and raised in the D.
Yeah. You know, and I think one of my favorite parts about this, and I had the pleasure of being able to go to the screening party. I'm from Buffalo, so is Christina, so that's a friend of mine. But I love that opening monologue of yours because I can feel your pride for this city, this old Detroit, this new Detroit. This city, in all of your installments, the city is another character. Tell me about the character of Detroit in this show.
I am who I am because of God, my mom and dad. Hi, Gregory King Sr., because he wants to get a shout out.
Shout out.
But also, yes, but I'm also who I am because I am from Detroit. And I wanted to show the world with the platform that I have that Detroit is emerging, re-emerging, if you will, as a city you cannot forget about, as a city that is thriving, Black entrepreneurs, Black couples who are putting money into their communities, Black couples who are successful in their own endeavor. Oftentimes, people forget about Detroit. They think about Devil's Night, the abandoned buildings, things that happened back in the day. And I wanted to remind the world that Detroit is resilient. We are here to stay, and baby, we don't play.
Baby, okay, I gotta get this question out quick. Why is reality TV, Carlos, the thing I hate to love and love to hate, child? Why are you taking so many hours of my life? I love it, I can't get enough of it. And then I ask myself, but why do I love this so much? Give me the tea, what's the answer?
Because you love entertainment, because you love real stories, because you love compelling conversations. That's the reason why you love it so much, because you know at the end of the day, there isn't a script, they're not actors, they are truly being themselves. So when you look at the Love and Marriage franchise, what you love is the realness that exudes, courtesy of your plasma TV screen, honey, that's on the wall.
I'm done and done, sir. I can't even anymore. If you want to exude and feel all of this and see yourself on the screen through somebody else's eyes in marriage, child, you can watch Love and Marriage Detroit on Saturdays at 8 p.m. on the OWN Network. Sir, thank you very much. Thank you for celebrating Detroit. We appreciate you. We'll be right back, you guys.